just like Ahsoka's coming next month, everybody. And the newest trailer came out. We finally have a little bit more plot details with Ahsoka. We're finally figuring out more about Rosario Dawson's character. Of course, it looks like they're piggybacking off of Rebels a lot here. Continuing right after the series. I never watched Rebels, but what I know about the series and the characters they're introducing here, very much in line with Rebels. Of course, they're bringing up Hayden Christensen constantly, who is her Jedi Master, Ahsoka's Jedi Master, so that makes sense. And then we find out that she has a Padawan in this. We were wondering with the trailer, like, oh, that's her Padawan. Sabine Wren, that's her Padawan. That makes sense. The haircut thing in the trailer, though, I was like, why? For why? Why are we cutting her hair? Whatever. They want to cut her hair for somebody. Oh, good haircut. For me, I think it's just a hack thing to put in a trailer. For me, at least. But she's gonna reconnect with Sabine in order to take down the Empire
and becoming a new person. Like she's taking on a new fucking identity, and she's gonna go kick some ass. What do you mean? That's what you had a problem with in the trailer? That was the thing?
Yeah, that's my biggest problem. That's my biggest thing in the trailer.
Rude.
I'm just saying. But, Ray Stevenson looks awesome. I love what he says, we are not Jedi. That was really cool. And of course, it's like lightsaber's orange. It's not red, so he's not quite Sith, not quite Jedi. He's in the middle ground. R.I.P., man. Awesome performance in his trailer so far. Ahsoka, of course, looks good. They're introducing characters like Ezra Bridger from Rebels, too. They have a little picture of him in a hologram form. So you're getting these characters coming in. I think it looks great. That lightsaber thing spinning around at the end was really fucking cool. But for me, of course, the big reveal is Thrawn, too. They finally showed Mikkelsen's Thrawn here. And it's he looks great, if you ask me. Of course, you were going to show him. You were going to show him. I think so. He looks cool. He looks very comic.
He has blue makeup on. I don't understand what's so great about it. He has blue makeup
with the
on.
eyes.
It's his face with blue makeup.
And red contact eyes.
I'm sorry.
But you be the judge of yourself, everybody. You be the judge of yourself.
Makeup. Crazy.
We'll get everybody's opinion, but you watch it for yourself. Here we go. Let's watch the trailer together.
War is inevitable. One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
Murderer.
Just straight up murder. All back and forth.
Straight up murdering bitches.
Of Thrawn's return
I agree with you.
to the Empire.
Ryan, I really feel like this just feels like a continuation of Rebels.
100%.
Yeah, just the whole story.
Such as you never dreamed.
Pick up so many cues of how that ended. But obviously, I think
I've spent most of my life fighting a war.
Some new elements there.
That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
The green girl.
You and I both know who can help you with
I
this.
feel like that's going to be.
She's still just as stubborn as ever.
Some
I bet
change.
your master found you difficult at times.
Because
Anakin
not everyone's
never
seen
got to
Rebels.
finish my training.
Not me either. I haven't seen it. This looks cool though.
Sabine.
The characters themselves, the introduction of all them together, it looks like a great world to live in.
Yep.
Master. They have the reveal.
You have to make the decision no one else can.
And there he is. There's Ezra.
To see this through.
Little fella.
Nice haircut.
But she cuts her hair off and becomes a Mandalorian.
You hate cutting your hair off. That's what you.
I don't like it.
It's so weird that's what you're taking
Sometimes
a stand on.
we have to do what's right,
Ryan,
regardless of our
fighting?
personal feelings.
You get your hair cut, you get the chance to have a completely new identity.
If we don't stop,
And come on.
Are you placating me now?
You have no
Darkness.
power.
A little bit.
You got the Force.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
Here it
And
comes.
Anakin, will he be Darth Vader?
I'm not
Listen.
here to discuss my
You
past.
hear the breathing though.
We have a lot of work.
hear the.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
There you go. Thank you. Yes, you hear that. So I
Once
think
a rebel, always a rebel.
Yeah.
The music is good. It's very.
I would love to see a live action Anakin and a young Ahsoka work, doing some training montages.
A
or something
prequel.
like that.
A prequel.
Not a full prequel, but a flashback.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's in it. Hayden Christensen's in it. So that's the trailer, though.
I have a quick
trailer.
question. Who
Yes,
the
Bria.
fuck said Hayden Christensen needs more work in Star Wars when he did such an abysmal job in the first place?
Did he?
They're bringing.
Yes.
Did he, though?
Yes, he did.
No, he
Yes,
absolutely did. But was it his fault? Was it his fault though?
I don't care. I went and saw I went and saw that movie, whatever the fucking episode 1 or whatever the fuck it was. And the only time that I didn't want to throw something at the screen was when Baby Yoda, or I guess regular Yoda, I'm used to saying Baby Yoda for Mandalorian, jumped up on Chewbacca and landed on his shoulder. There was one moment It was 2 seconds. He was just like up in his shoulder. And I was like, oh my God, that was amazing. That was the only time that I didn't want to throw something at the screen. Like, I don't know who was like, let's bring this guy back because he did such a great job in the first place. Let's make sure we include him in all of these things now. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why?
I don't think he'd be a
Can
big
someone tell
part of
me
this,
why?
Sabrina. I think he'll be a small part. But
Don't care.
Yeah.
He's still around.
What do you think about the trailer, though?
He was in what the fuck with
he was in the freaking
Obi-Wan.
that spinoff with Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Like, we're bringing him
And
back
he
for
did
Obi-Wan.
great in Obi-Wan.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
basically, in a fight.
I think he was
scene
a
and
great
made it
Vader in
even
that,
worse.
actually.
Like, it was
He
like
was
whatever.
a great Vader.
He was
Yeah.
fine. He
The
was
half-face
almost
thing was cool.
insignificant. But like, do we need to like do this like now all the time? Like, because I mean, what has he even done since then? That like ruined his
What do
career.
you think about
like,
Ahsoka, though? Do you think this is good, though, Sabrina? The trailer,
really?
though,
Are
you
you
think it
gonna
looks
cut
good?
me off and ask me what I think about fucking Ahsoka? I think it looks like
We
shit.
gotta stay on
honestly.
topic, guys. We gotta stay on topic.
We're
This
going
is on
over
topic.
here a little bit.
Hayden Christensen is on topic, to be fair. Okay? Just saying. He's on topic. You brought it up.
Okay.
I didn't. So, okay, fine. Put that bitch aside. It's honestly, it does not look impressive to me. The part I liked most is what Brian hates most is that she cut her hair. She was like,
That's
I'm
her
ready to do
favorite
this.
part of the trailer, is the haircut?
Well, yeah, because she's like, you walked out on me. She walked out on her, right? Like she was her Padawan. Rosario Dawson bounced to go live in a forest fucking somewhere. And so the Padawan's like, oh, you're back and you want me to do some shit for you? I'm gonna have to go through a change. And she was like, all right, I'm ready. I'm forgiving you. I'm gonna do this thing. And they say that your hair holds energy. And that remember when Lenny Kravitz cut all of his long dreadlocks off, or maybe it was Lisa Bonet. It was one of them. They were married. When they split, one of them cut all of their hair off, and like it was like releasing all of the energy from the past, and then to become a new person. Like that's a thing. I've had long hair my whole life, so I don't know. I don't have the balls to cut my hair off, but like I feel like that is something that you do to like yourself. Like you are like, I'm making this choice. I'm gonna move forward differently. And that is something that you can do for yourself. And I know that you both think I'm nuts, but I honestly do believe that there's an energy thing that has to do with that. And especially if it's something like your therapist leaving you, or your mother leaving you, or your best friend leaving you, or your teacher leaving
Or
you.
your master.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to relate to something in real life.
She was
Because
coming
people
back.
don't have a master.
Oh.
People don't have a
Well,
master, right? Do you have a master?
Bring it
Like,
around.
right? Like I'm saying, if that happens to you, like you have to find a way to cope with that. Like, especially if they come back into your life. So she left her fucking with her dick in her hand. Now she shows up and she's like, I need you to fight because there's some Jedi shit happening. And she's like, okay, cool. So the way that she reconciled with that was chopping her hair off and, moving to the next phase of her life. And I totally, fully support that. The stunts looked ish for me, honestly, for Star Wars, especially. Like the big thing was her jumping out of the window with her saber. I'm like, that looks like an old man, like walking out of a window. Like, I don't understand why it just, none of it looked super impressive. Honestly, I'm sorry to say that. But that's how I feel. And also like, this is not, to be fair, my world of Star Wars. Like, I am not familiar with the cartoon, the Clone Wars, or where it came from. I'm not familiar with that. I'm only familiar with her character from The Mandalorian and Boba Fett, that little bit of that. And I'm generally not a huge fan of Rosario Dawson, generally speaking. I feel like she's kind of just there, like a mediocre actress, unfortunately. But I recently, honestly, yeah, I know you love her. I just don't. I don't.
Love is a big word.
Well, you like her. Every time I talk shit about her, you're like, oh, she was in the young Rock, and I was like, oh, this fucking bitch, and you were like, oh,
she's no Brie Larson. I get it.
Oh my God, no, she's Meryl Streep in comparison to Brie Larson, for fuck's sake. But but my point is, recently I like her a lot more. I think I was like maybe coming from a place of jealousy when I was younger, because she's kind of my age, and like I just was pissed she was getting roles. Like, honestly, that's probably where my like disdain for her came from, like years ago. And I think as an adult, I realized that that's stupid, and that I shouldn't, and it's her. I don't feel like there's any, maybe Scarlett Johansson I also don't like, but I don't think she's talented. But like people who are like in my realm that I'm like, why are you doing things and I'm not? Like I think it came from a place of jealousy. So she's growing on me more, but this trailer did not help, to be perfectly honest. The stunt people didn't look like they were doing a fantastic job. It just seemed like I'm not jazzed, which is weird for me because I've slightly become like obsessed with Star Wars, which is really weird for me to say out loud since Mandalorian has come about and Baby Yoda came
Admission's
into my life.
the first way down the road.
Yeah.
You gotta admit it and then keep going.
This is the way, Sabrina.
I'm doing it is
This
the
is
way,
the way.
unfortunately, but I don't know. I'm not excited about this. I'll watch it, but I'm not excited about it.
I think what this calls for is a haircut. Really, I feel like we got to get.
Brian
Sorry.
got one today.
I got a haircut today.
No, see, Sabrina, join the haircut club. I got one on Tuesdays. I got one yesterday. Look at that. So perfect timing.
You do look very, very edged up there, Sean.
Well, it'll even out later. Listen, Brian, you were going to ask me a question, which I assume was going to be what do I think of the trailer? Is that correct?
So I'm just going to answer it. You're muted.
You're muted.
Go
now,
ahead, Sean. Answer.
But
the
I'm going to
question.
go ahead and assume that you did and lip read a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course I'm excited about this. We're getting more lightsaber duels.
Pause. You were excited about the Flash too. Continue.
I was excited for the Flash because of what it represented. Did it hit all the marks? Absolutely not. Is there going to be an issue with this show? Sure. I mean, that's just part of what we have. Like modern consumption of media, there's always going to be something to pick apart. We spent way too much time talking in this segment about haircuts, but here we are. Like, I think there's going to be enough action in here, and I think that there's going to be plenty to go off of, and something for everybody. You're getting, again, Sith. You're getting more look into what has happened, the fall of the Empire, and what's going on, and Anakin Skywalker's turn to the dark side and all that shit. It's gonna be great. I think it's just maybe too early to tell. This trailer did enough for me to get me excited, and I think we're gonna just have to wait and see. We only have a month to go. But I think Rosario Dawson is going to do a fantastic job with it, and excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, I can tell that you're excited. I know Brian is excited. I am definitely. I mean, I'm gonna. I don't know. I feel like the trailer is not super strong, and sometimes I feel like that's a good thing because if the trailer is super strong, then like you're seeing the best parts of it, and then you're disappointed later.
That's the problem with modern trailers right now. Like, it's just they're giving away too much in the beginning. We're not having to work for the story anymore. Like, it's just kind of being spoon-fed and handed to you in a way that is just like, okay, like, do I really need? And I had the same complaint about the Flash movie. Did I need to know about Michael Keaton? Did I need to know that he was going to be such a big part of the movie? Absolutely not. Did I need to have those two lines in the trailer ruined? No, I didn't.
And they shot it as if you didn't know. That was the shitty part. Like, I'm like, stop trying to trick me because you gave it all away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
well, that was the problem. I think it was supposed to be a surprise.
Pan into Michael Keaton going,
yep.
You want it? Yeah. We're going to do this?
And he's like, but he's got the long, when he first showed up, he had the long hair and he was like rifling through a cabinet like a homeless person. Like, we don't know that it's him. Come on, man.
It's absolutely going to be Michael Keaton.
Well,
but anyway.
I just hope
Kevin,
Ahsoka,
by the way,
I hope
do
Disney.
agree that I agree it will be a big hit for Disney Plus. I'm sorry. And then also,
I think so too. I think it will too, Kevin. And I also think that, you were saying too that, before Andor was like a totally different Star Wars experience too. Unlike this feels more like Star Wars. That felt like its own kind of world, Andor, and there's only one more
Andor
season coming.
Ish.
I mean, it was all right, but it wasn't, I feel like I'm more excited about this. I just feel like I am.